and welcome back to my channel, Lydia Lost the Plot. I'm Lydia and I'm here today with the last book haul of August. I think I've had 3 this month, which is actually ridiculous. But as always, I will caveat this video by saying I get a lot of books for free and I get a lot of books through work. I am a bookseller by trade, so I work in a bookshop and we get lots of books in. So yeah, that's my excuse and we're just going to pretend that that's okay. So let's get straight into the books because I'm super excited to share these with you. The first book is by Andrew Michael Hurley and it's Barrowbeck. Now I've heard a lot about this and it's a horror novel and I really want to get into more new authors in the genre of horror, because I tend to sort of like fall back on the stalwarts of horror fiction, and it's nice to sort of get into something else. Also, look at that cover, it's amazing. So I'm very excited for this. I don't know anything about it other than I thought I'd give it a go. So I mean, the Sunday Times say that he's the new Master of Menace. A Master of Menace. Taking over from Dennis, obviously. The next book is a proof copy. And it's a proof copy of the latest book by William Boyd, which is Gabriel's Moon. Now, I have got Any Human Heart somewhere around me in the bees. And I have been desperate to get to it. And I was like, William Boyd, Any Human Heart, I'll get this. And then I was like, I've not read Any Human Heart yet. But this is where my bookish logic is. So I'm like, well, I've got Any Human Heart, and if I like that, it would be good to have this. Don't ask me. Don't ask me where that logic comes from. And if you can even call it logic. But again, I don't know much about this. I mean, this is a great book haul, isn't it, for someone that just has absolutely no idea what anything is. But it does look very, very interesting. And so, yeah, I'm going to give it a go. I feel like I'm trying to, with the books that I'm getting at the moment, I'm really trying to expand my reading horizons, if that makes sense. I'm trying to sort of go for things I wouldn't normally go for, because I think it's nice to have that freedom, especially when you've sort of spent quite a while having to do quite prescriptive reading. Now this, as you can tell from the lovely sticker, was £1 in a charity shop, and it is Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry. Now I've heard lots about this. Greg over on Supposedly Fun talks about this a lot. And it did win the Pulitzer Prize. It is huge. It's massive. But I thought for £1, I can't say no. And it's a good library builder. I feel like it's good to just have on my shelf, ready for when I'm ready to read it. And hopefully, you know, I mean, a Western. I have never read a Western. You know what? I can't recall. So if I did, it was bad. And if I haven't, then even better. And the next book, same charity shop haul, obviously, is A Single Man by Christopher Isherwood. Now this is a phenomenal book. I read it when I was a teenager and I've not read it since, and I'm desperate to get back to it because it's very much in the same wheelhouse as Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin, that kind of tortured soul in a gay relationship. So after the devastation of Giovanni's Room, I sort of want to do it again. I also want to see if it holds up after 10 years of not having read it and picked it up, so it would be nice. The next book I have got is Open Throat by Henry Hoke. Now this was recommended to me by @BenReadsGood, and I just think a gay mountain lion, yeah, let's go for it. The minute you say to me gay mountain lion, or as with one of my favourite books of all time, man turns into a great white shark, you've got me. I don't need persuading. It's also really small, so I'm thinking, do I get to this like pretty soon? If you've read it, let me know what you think. I think it'd be really fun to read, but yeah, I'm probably going to get to that soon. Then, much anticipated and absolutely exciting is the brand new novel by Richard Osman, which is We Solve Murders. And I'm super excited about this because I've read The Thirsty Murder Club, the first novel. I've not read any of the others yet, but I've got them. And I thoroughly enjoyed his brand of sort of, people say like cozy crime, but it's not cozy. I don't think it's quite that. It's very British, and it's like if you ever watched Midsummer Murders, it's of the same ilk but without the cheese, you know. And I'm really excited to meet some new characters. He's a fantastic writer in terms of character and just making these eccentric people feel so realistic. And so yeah, I'm excited for this. So I'm going to try and read it before, when's it come out? The 12th of September. I'm going to try and read it before then so that I know what it's about when I have to sell it in my shop. And then, where's it? Oh, it's here. Honestly, I should be more organised, shouldn't I? And that's the chair making the creaky noise, by the way. It's not my skeleton. I also got this book, which I will tell you right now, I've already read. Because I couldn't resist it. It's a poetry collection, and it's a poetry collection by Kaveh Akbar. Now, any of you that's followed along will know that I'm a big fan of Kaveh Akbar after reading Martyr earlier this year, and it being an absolutely phenomenal novel. And this is his poetry collection called Portrait of the Alcoholic. And I just absolutely, I mean, you can see how much I loved it. I wrote so many notes in it because I was just like, this is genius. And I will talk a bit more about it in my weekly wrap up. So if you are not subscribed already, please do subscribe so that you can catch my thoughts on this. But it's a thumbs up. Let's just say that it's a thumbs up. I also love a bit of poetry and I don't read enough. So I'm trying to maybe try and do one short story collection, one poetry collection a month. But you know, I make these promises and I never follow through. But at least I'm aware of that, right? And then I've also picked up Nathan Thrall's A Day in the Life of Abed Salama, which was the winner of the Pulitzer Prize. And basically it's a Time, New Yorker, Financial Times, Economist, Irish Times, Spectator and New Statesman book of the year. And it's basically a detailed account of a small tragedy in the West Bank that then it sort of sheds light on the whole issue, in the wider issues of Palestine. And it's just, yeah, I really want to be more informed about the subject because I haven't got a clue what I'm talking about. And sometimes I feel a bit out of my depth when people bring things up around that, because I think, oh, I don't feel informed enough that I can give an opinion, or I can give, you know, I can engage in a conversation about it. So I feel like this will help. Books are there also to educate us, not just for enjoyment. So I really do want to dive into this and maybe get to know a bit more about a subject that is so relevant at the moment. And last but not least, I know I said I wouldn't get any more books, but let's just not talk about this. And thank you to all of the publishers that have sent me them. I think I bought Portrait of the Alcoholic and I bought the ones from charity shops. But everything else has been sent. So thank you very much to everybody for doing that. The next book is This Strange Eventful History by Claire Messud. And this is nominated or longlisted for the Booker Prize this year. And it was on my radar. I mean, look how beautiful the cover is, that man. And yeah, so I don't know much about it other than the fact that it's on the list. And hopefully I'll be able to dive into it. And I'm hoping to get to a few on the list. I'm not going to buy the whole long list, because I think that's frankly ridiculous amount of books to buy when I already have a problem that's clear to say. But any of the ones that I can get hold of through the publisher and that might be gifted to me for work or whatever, I'm gonna try and get to. So I would like to get to this, and I think I already own like James and a couple of others, so yeah. But excited to get to this, as I am excited to get to it all. So I hope you've enjoyed this little whirlwind of a book haul. I just thought I'd hop on and let you guys know. I brought the bag upstairs and I was like, oh, I'll put them away, and then I was like, hang on, I need to tell the folks all about them. So yeah, so forgive the state of me as well, because I've just literally sat down and started filming. But I'm gonna go get myself a coffee because I'm tired. It's been a long week, and maybe even a bacon butty. I know, treat myself. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. If you liked this video, then please do consider giving it a thumbs up and also subscribing to my channel. I've got lots of fun videos planned. I've got a few book tags coming up, which I've really enjoyed doing so far, and you guys have responded really well to that. So I'm going to keep doing some book tags, and yeah, if you subscribe, I will be forever grateful. But until then, thank you for watching. Bye bye.